This for the intro. Try not to act like you don't want to be here. Okay. Okay, and welcome back here for the next episode of. Oh gosh. Okay, welcome back to the healer training. So the big topic here is going to be the cardiovascular system. So introducing the body systems, and just this first one's going to be the cardiovascular system. So you've already kind of went through just reviewing that running energy of forgiveness. That'll be included in pretty much every class. And when we get into these body systems, there'll be like a short meditation where you get to kind of look at the energy clairvoyantly of these body systems and aspects of the body systems, and do some healing work, and even have your guides work on you, which you can do at any point in time, which is a lot of fun. So what we're going to do here, now we're in kind of the demonstration part of this class. I'm going to go ahead and do a bunch of review, and then we'll get into, at the very end, again, doing that body system healing, which is pretty fun. So first things first. So one thing here, I'm trying something new with this headset. So I'm actually going to be really just kind of sitting still in the chair. So I'm not going to be doing any moving around, but I strongly encourage, when you do these energy healings, to to move around and walk around the healy, so you can really kind of get the full experience working with your hand chakras. Not to say that this is not going to work. You can, like I've mentioned maybe in previous videos, where you can just kind of, because you can do energy work remotely. I'm just teaching you how to do it in person. I prefer in person, but you can literally just stand in one spot and just do all the energy work that way. But I'm going to encourage you to really walk around and move around the person, and kind of go from just following along the demonstration with the movement of it all. But so the first things first here is just setting yourself up as a healer. So I'm just going to take a moment, just get myself grounded. Just that line of energy from the first chakra, just all the way down to the center of the earth. And I'm going to set my crown chakra to gold. And again, I encourage you to do this in meditation with your eyes closed, just as just being kind of new to this. I've been doing this for quite some time. So again, I'm pretty comfortable with this. I'm going to set my hand chakras to gold. Get those opened up, and just communicate with my guides that connect into my hand chakras. There's nothing you have to do with that. You just basically just ask them to connect in. Very quick, effortless. And then I'm going to set my protection rose up just out in front of my space. Just creating a rose any color, and grounding the stem down to the center of the earth. Again, that helps define your space more and create safe boundaries, and handle unwanted energy for you, which is always nice. And then I'm pretty much set as a healer. So again, first step would just be just asking, hey, would you like a healing?
Yeah.
So yeah, once you have that, again, just asking permission, making sure this is what they're wanting. Usually they are, if they've come to you for the healing.
Always take
I've driven 100 miles away for this healing. Hey, do you want a healing? But yeah, it's always just good just to check in. But again, first part of the healing is just going to be getting this person grounded.
No, I don't want to healing.
Yeah, that's all we got for you today here. But see you next time. But just go ahead and just get that. Yeah, and again, you can do these videos along with us. You can follow along kind of step by step as I'm guiding, or you can just kind of watch through and get the information, and then go and do the healing, whenever that works for you. You can do it either way. It's the fun thing about these recordings, whatever works best for you. But again, I encourage you kind of just to do the full walk around, get the full experience of it. Basically just doing it this way, that's easier to have us both up front, kind of on camera. I like this microphone. So, but again, just hand chakras, intent, gold energy, working with your guides. reinforcing the grounding to the center of the earth, running gold through that first chakra. And you're just giving them permission to let go. You can't force that change or that release for them. It's whatever they're willing to let go. And just running gold through that grounding cord. Now, once you have the Healy just grounded and just did a basic clean out of the first chakra and the grounding cord itself, then you can start to just find the edge of their aura. And you're just kind of looking for, where's the edge of their space? And again, this can be, if you're working on the same person, it can be a little different every time. Doesn't mean it's going to be the same exactly. It might be kind of somewhat in the same range, but it can vary kind of day to day, week to week, or just whenever you're doing these healings. But it's always fun if you're working with different people, you kind of get a sense of, oh, some persons, it's a little closer, or some people it's a little further away. And the more you work on different people, you get kind of these different experiences. But I'm just finding the edge, just running some gold just in general, just kind of just saying hello to her space, just psychically, spiritually. And then from that point, I'm going to start working the hemispheres. And there's no, you can choose whatever hemisphere you want to start with, whatever works best for you. Since I'm closest to the front right now, I'm going to start working the front hemisphere. So again, all that space right out in front of her. And this is kind of pertaining to, looking ahead and future. But again, hand chakras, just running gold, working with the guides, your intention, and just noticing what you're feeling at the hand chakra level. Is it cool? Is it warm? Is it tingly? Is it buzzing? For me, I'm not noticing too much yet here. Nothing's really stood out. And that's okay. There's going to be times where it's just, you might notice just a little, and there's going to be parts where it really stands out. Just giving them permission to let go. And again, I'll probably move a little more quickly with the review. We've done this before, but it's always good to just keep kind of going over it. You just get a little more, more information each time, and just give you more practice. And I'm going to start to say hello to the back of her space. Again, this is pertaining to that past and past lives. And I said past lives, not past lies.
It's not even that funny, but it's funny. We like humor around here.
Yeah, humor's always good.
As they say, laughter is like the best medicine.
Yeah, when someone's vibrating in amusement, usually their space lightens up, brightens up, and there's more permission to let go. So
I think that's why a lot of people say, "Oh, when you mess up, just laugh at yourself." Like,
yeah.
That way it doesn't you don't get all upset about it. And I think there's a lot of wisdom in those kind of it's like they unconsciously knew that running amusement would be healing.
Mm. So we got front, the back. Since I'm right here, I'm going to work the right hemisphere. So this is more of the kind of the masculine side. And again, just running gold energy. You're letting the gold energy flow out of the palms of your hands, letting your guides help you. And again, sometimes you might notice things are just kind of smooth, and sometimes you might notice there might be like some bumps, tears, dents. If you run into that, just communicate with your guides for assistance. The idea with bumps is you're trying to, usually it's excess energy there, unwanted energy, and you're just kind of helping kind of smooth that out and clear the energy. And then obviously like the tears, um, and like the dents, the dents you're kind of wanting to pop out, smooth it out. Tears, you're trying to kind of, um, almost kind of like psychic surgery of kind of getting it psychically sewn up, but you can really ask your guides to help with those parts. Yeah. I had surgery today. Oh my gosh, what? Oh, it's just on my 7th layer of my aura.
Just think if you went to your doctor and said, my psychic did surgery on me, they might go, what?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm all good, doc.
My psychic did surgery.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's a good point to to bring that up. That energy work is wonderful, and miracles and magic can certainly happen. And but when it comes to physical health, it's if you're I encourage you to meditate and to do energy work and all that on yourself or receive it from somebody else. But when it comes to something physical, then for sure check in with a chiropractor or your doctor, someone, so you can kind of have both perspectives, both sides, the physical and the spiritual. And so I'm going to start working on the other side, the more feminine side, that left hemisphere.
If I broke my arm, my first call would not be my psychic.
Yeah, you're going to want to, you break your arm, you definitely want to go to the hospital. But afterwards, once you get a cast on or, whatever it is you're needing, or brace, or I don't know. When I was younger, I broke my leg, so I needed a cast around my leg. And, if I would have known how to do energy work back then, I would have done that, you know, while I was kind of, getting my leg back up to speed and it was in the cast. I would have been running energy through it for sure. Funny thing is, we recorded this entire video, the whole thing. It was probably just maybe over an hour, maybe a little less. I don't know, but and then the audio didn't come through. It was just well, it was nothing.
It was just a waving arm video.
Yep. Yeah. Maybe I should just put that like a soundtrack and just see me kind of. Dun, 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 dun.
Put it on YouTube so you can get,
Yeah.
stars.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to shift now to the bottom hemisphere. Again, this is pertaining to heritage and roots. I don't think people who paid for this and are watching this and listening to this would have appreciated that. Just a soundtrack to me moving my lips and waving my arms around to Mozart or Beethoven or something.
Or they would have loved it if you picked the right song.
Oh, maybe. Music's healing.
Exactly.
Oh. So again, just directing gold energy to the bottom hemisphere. Giving her permission to let go. Whatever she's willing to let go. She's yawning. She's bored. Maybe she's clearing. Who knows?
I'm bored.
Yeah. So.
I have a lot of clearing. It's been a heavy week. It's been a very heavy week.
Yeah. So if you notice burping and yawning and tearing up and all that, just signs of they're clearing through. They're working through the energy. That's actually a good sign. So not to be concerned. Not to say that someone can get really emotional through the energy healing. get a little sad or angry or whatever it is, and that's certainly possible. I'm going to start working the upper hemisphere. So this is pertaining to spirit and purpose. I'm just running gold. Palms of my hands are very cool, kind of almost icy kind of temperature sensation. And so far, just out of all the hemispheres, I would say like the top hemisphere is what I'm personally noticing the most. More sensation in my palms. So I'm just giving her permission to let go. Okay. All right. So we've set up as a healer, asked for permission, grounded, said hello to the space, and we kind of went through and knocked out all the hemispheres. So now we can kind of go a little more detailed, more specific, and do the 7 layers of the aura. We'll start kind of the outer layer. I shouldn't call it the outer layer. It's just the layer furthest from the skin of the body. Yep, the 7th layer. So this is that spiritual layer. So that's emitted via that crown chakra at the top of the head. It's all to do with spirit and um, anything spiritual related, your connection to source and higher self, just your truth, your purpose. And again, even though I'm sitting here, again, I'll encourage you to actually do a full walk around so you can actually feel with your hands, what the 7th layer feels like from over here or from over there. Maybe feel a little different. But I can sit here and I can impact the entire 7th layer of her aura as I'm just really just flooding it with gold and holding the 7th layer just at a pure gold vibration. And just giving her permission to let go, whatever she's willing to let go out of that spiritual layer. Sometimes, uh, as a clairvoyant, as you turn that on, you can start to see colors and symbols and pictures and part of someone's aura. Sometimes you'll notice symbols, different layers of the aura, but especially find them in the 7th layer. And sometimes, in healings, you can be helping someone clear energy off those symbols. And sometimes, especially in the 7th layer, they might be, relating to past lives. So it might be just helping her clear some energy off these symbols and clearing some past life energy here. And I'll move a little further in to the 6th layer. So this is emitted from that 6th chakra, that clairvoyant center, so pertaining to vision. And just holding this, just getting the whole 6th layer to just turn gold. So again, she can let go whatever she's wanting to let go out of that visual space. And so the energy I'm noticing clearing here in the 6th layer is that is just boredom. So I'm just getting an image of being in class and it might not be even just all of your boredom. It could just be, just even other classmates from, a long time ago.
I'm like, what?
Yeah. And that's the thing is that
I'm like, I'm not bored.
out of these energy healings, when you do these energy healings, you're clearing unwanted energy. And sometimes that's just not going to be, that person's energy. So essentially what you're trying to do is you're trying to help them clear through the resistance so that whatever underneath that they resisted, whatever is stuck or just caught in their space, it has permission to let go. So other people's boredom, And that's not to say that you're not going to run into the actual Healy's energy, that they might be kind of letting go that's, no longer needed to be there.
Well, if you could clean out all of high school, that would be much appreciated. Just wipe that slate clean.
But yeah, someone can be going through their own boredom, they have their own pain. It's really easy for them to handle their own pain and work through that than them handling someone else's pain in their body and space. That's when it becomes more issues arise and more challenges, when you've accumulated other people's energies, especially some of those denser energies. But it's not to say that you're going to come across them working through their own stuff. But a lot of this thing with being psychic is that you can feel, you can hear, you can see, you can know energy, and we're picking up other people's energies all the time, and we're sometimes not always aware of that. So when you take energy on, sometimes you just think it's yours. Think of thoughts. You think that, oh yeah, all these thoughts in my headspace must be my thoughts. No, that's not the case. A lot of them might not be your thoughts at all. So what happens if you clear those thoughts out? Other people's thoughts. You're then just being left with your own. What's that like? What happens if you clear your own thoughts out and just you allow yourself to just kind of just be and quiet the mind? We'll move inward to the fifth layer, that realm of that communication space. I'm just going to flood it with gold, and not just this part of her fifth layer, the entire fifth layer, just kind of turning bright gold.
Even though he's not moving all the way around me, he is healing all around me. You can be in one spot and
yeah, and I'm not sure if they can hear what you're saying, but just because of the mic, I don't know how sensitive it is picking up what you're saying. But yeah, so sometimes, like I said, you could be sitting in one spot and it can affect the whole fifth layer. But I encourage you to walk around and kind of feel the whole fifth layer, the communication space. But I'm just holding it at gold, just running gold, giving permission to clear. And it's always good to just periodically check in as you're performing the energy healing and to see, oh, um, are you present? And just noticing if you're working on someone's fifth layer, what's happening in your fifth layer? And sometimes we have these matches of you might be helping them clear an energy in their body and space. And then you might be like, oh, wait a second, I think I might have something similar. It's a matching energy that you're also working through at the same time. That's what kind of gets fun and exciting with these energy healings. Kind of move into the fourth layer of affinity. So that's emitted from the heart chakra. But again, chakras are in the body and the layers are around the body. Again, just kind of just working with the hand chakras, just feeling the energy. And again, whether you're working the hemispheres and now you're working the layers, again, you can still notice, hey, what area is smooth, or do you notice any of those bumps? Okay, let's work the bumps out, clear the excess unwanted energy and get it smoothed out. Or if you notice a dent, try to get it popped out. And again, you can work with your guides. You're communicating with your guides. Get more and more comfortable just talking with them, getting their help, their guidance. That's what they're there for. And of course, the tears, kind of, those are the big ones that you really want to have your guides assist you with. And again, just using your intention, your hand chakras, flooding the gold energy. We'll start to move inward to that third layer. So again, this is emitted via that third chakra in the solar plexus, that energy distribution center, that power center. Commitment to the body, ego. So again, I'm just getting this third layer just kind of vibrating at gold so she can let go at this level of her reality. And it's always good to communicate. Note, whatever you're noticing, if it's something very simple or sophisticated, communicate that. And it's always good to get some feedback from them, just seeing what they're noticing. So what I'm noticing in the third layer is that she's just clearing some unconsciousness to maybe handling some competition energy from other people. It's something we can all handle. It's part of related to the ego. Sometimes people operate more from the ego and want to uh, compete with you, especially as you get to be more seen and more heard and start to have more success in life, whatever that means for you. I don't think success is this clear cut thing. I think we all have that old kind of classic picture of, the money or the nice sports car in the driveway or the whatever it is. I think success really is just about um, just whatever it means for you, being able to live the life that you want and just kind of have prosperity and abundance in that way. But so I'm just going to check in and just see anything you're noticing from the start of the healing.
I feel more in my body for sure.
So she's just saying that she feels more present.
Mhm.
Whenever someone says, "Oh, and I came back to my senses," oh, okay, they're coming, they're coming back to their body. There's greater permission to kind of be present.
I feel very calm.
And she said she's noticing a calmness as well.
Mhm.
I'll go ahead and move more to the second layer, that emotional layer that's emitted from the second chakra. I'm just trying to get this second layer to just vibrate at gold so so she can kind of start to let go.
You're clearing my emotional layer so you can let go.
No, so again, as she's clearing or as she starts to clear, I can do the same thing. So if you're working on someone right now, or eventually when you go and do the energy healing work yourself, whatever layer that you're working on, notice that same layer for yourself. Oh, okay. So it's good to check in with yourself.
Ooh.
And maybe for some of you, that might be a challenging thing that, if you're really that tapped into that caregiver archetype and just really a giver and it's about the other person and, you might feel guilty about, oh, it can't be about me. It's, I feel too selfish or, um, again, being able to check in with yourself, notice what you're noticing as well. And again, the more you can really be grounded in your body, kind of again, the more powerful of a healing that you'll give for that person. So just remember that. We'll move to that first layer, that safety survival layer emitted from that first chakra, close to the base of their spine. For men, the first chakra is a little more closer to the base of the spine. For women, it's more kind of in between the ovaries type area, but just generally close to the base of the spine.
Where we make love.
I'm just holding this at gold, giving permission to let go.
Ooh.
Just clearing a heaviness and just clearing out a hardship energy so that more ease can take its place. And sometimes we take on these energies from other people, and there's these classic like life equals or life is. life is hell, life is, you know, painful or hard, and um, life is, it could be, boring. And that might not be your energies. That might not be your truth about, how to go about living life and experiencing life. Because life can be really, you know, joyous and exhilarating and fun and exciting. And I think when people are doing meditation and energy work and healing work, that's really what we're trying to get more towards, is clearing through the dense energies um, that don't really serve us or benefit us, so that we can get more to the vitality and towards the peace and the joy that's within us, the love, um, that passion, compassion, all that good stuff. So we're going to finish up the first layer here. Okay. Okay. So we're going to shift gears now. So finish up the aura just in general. And you're going to move to the energy system now. So I'm going to start to notice. So again, if you've taken the Art of Meditation series, that's a requirement for this healer training. And we're going to go ahead and what?
That's fine. Just having a twinge. So I can't help it. It just grabbed. Oh.
Hmm.
Not feeling it.
Huh? I mean, the other one was just so good, and I feel like this is like kind of and I'm just I don't know, I'm just annoyed and just I like being able to move around, but the other microphone just sucks. I don't even know where the hell I was at.
We had just finished with the first, and I think you're about to go to my feet, but I don't know. I got distracted by my twinge.
Yeah. I gotta finish this. Yeah, I'm not doing this tomorrow. Uploading it tonight.
You mentioned something really good in the first one. I don't think I've heard you say in this one that it's not required to know what's happening. If you feel something that you don't know what it means, that's okay.
Yeah, I'll just let me do my thing. So I'm going to start to do the energy system now. So again, this is the energy systems within the body. It's comprised of energy channels and chakras. So I'm going to start with the feet. So again, if you've taken the prerequisite for this healer training is that Art of Meditation series. And in that series, you ran Earth energy. And we start with kind of just running it in the lower body. So it starts from the feet and the ankles up to the knees, to the thighs, into that first chakra and down the grounding cord as a full earth energy cycle just in that lower body. So we're going to start kind of following that kind of pathway, but we're working with forgiveness. We're running gold energy. And again, I'm just going to keep mentioning this. So just just as a good reminder is just that you're working with your hand chakras, you're feeling the energy, you're letting gold flow out of the palms, and just working with your guides, just using pure intention here. And of course, you can use visualization if that works for you. It's not a requirement. And I'm just saying hello. Just saying hello just is a healing in itself. You're validating that something exists. Just noticing just part of her body, just part of her spiritual anatomy, and just getting the feet chakra just, spinning, running gold, getting it grounded, and allowing my guides to help kind of clear those energy cords that are affecting that right foot chakra. And we'll do this for all the chakras. Anytime we're going through this whole process, again, what you're gonna when you're working with a chakra, it's getting it grounded, getting it spinning, running gold, and clearing the energy cords out. So I'll do that to that left foot. I know you can't see that in the frame, but just trust that I am working on that. so, so just getting that cleared up here so that she can be more, those chakras are related to realness and just being in touch with earth and earth energy. When those are a little compromised, it might feel a little unreal or not quite as in touch with the earth and earth energy. So cleaning those up. And it's going to be running gold through the lower legs up to the knees. You're just helping clear out those channels. And we got these channels that are in the lower legs and in the thighs. And we're just running gold through them. Again, I strongly recommend taking or purchasing the book You Are the Answer. It's got some really wonderful diagrams in it that really show you these channels. It's a great book overall, but has these pictures that are really helpful for when you go to do energy healings like this. But I'm just kind of flowing the gold through the thigh channels and the first chakra spinning. And just running that gold down the grounding cord. And you're going to find that you might just be working with your hands in a certain way. And you might not even be fully aware of it, but you'll over time maybe become more conscious of it. I can give you some tips of kind of how to work with both your hands, but you'll start to find ways of just, oh, this is just what seems right. Following your intuition and following the guidance of your healing guides. So I'm using my right hand to flow the energy through her right leg channels. And I'm just using my left to just kind of keep her grounded and just kind of feeling the energy kind of going all the way down the grounding. And I'll just do the same for the other leg. And it's funny, in the last video we had, we travel in an RV full time, and so we're using a kind of a building at the RV park we're at, kind of a clubhouse, if you will. And so people were kind of walking by kind of the glass doors and just kind of seeing me kind of waving my hands around and kind of probably wondering what in God's name is this person doing. And for me, this is just it's another day. This is totally normal. And for other people, this is, it's absurd. This is craziness. What are you doing?
That's it. It looks like you're like conducting an orchestra.
Yeah. So once we get the lower legs set, just kind of where that earth energy would naturally kind of flow through down the grounding, gonna work the crown chakra here. And again, just spinning it, flooding it with gold, having the guides help clear the cords out. Getting it grounded. So she's saying she can feel that. And I'm just going to be running gold energy just down the back of the head, back of the neck, entire back. We have these 4 back channels. Start at the back of the head, just go all the way down. And 2 will kind of be running on the right side of the spine and 2 on the left. These are your back channels. And just running gold through those, cleaning them out. Again, we all know what it's like when we feel stuck, when energy is just caught, trapped. There's a blockage, an internal limitation, and your energy is no longer flowing freely. And it's not always the most fun experience. Sometimes it can be something small, sometimes it can turn into something big. And so when you get that block cleared out and you can get your own energy moving, then it's a lot more fun, a lot more pleasant. All is well. And again, in the back of the head are those mediumship channels. Kind of again, those V-shaped channels in the back of the head. Again, your crown chakra is at the top of the head. So if there's a clock on the back and about the 12, so on either side, there'd be 11 and 1 o'clock is where the 2 points start. And it comes down to a V kind of at the base of the neck area. So you have these V-shaped channels right in the back of the head. This is kind of no, you're good. So this is kind of just related to that crown chakra and your mediumship channels, channeling energy. We can channel energy, and usually energy that's not ours is a part of channeling. And then even channeling out of body beings. I'm just cleaning these channels out. Sometimes we unconsciously channel energy. So we're just cleaning these out. And when we hear of channeling or mediums or mediumship, that's a big thing in spirituality. Um, we think of psychic mediums and maybe wanting to connect with, say, a deceased loved one or something like that. Many different situations around mediumship, but um, even in the performing arts, you can get certain comedians or actors or actresses that operate as mediums, or they're channeling energy or out of body beings for their performance. That could be quite amazing to kind of watch these performances, whether it's on the stage or on the watching a film of some sort. Just clearing those V-shaped channels and just her back channels in general right now. But I remember my teacher when he was sitting next to me and he was talking about kind of one of his students who I knew who it was that he was talking about. And he's like, let me see if I can channel his energy real quick. And not like, not in a full entirety type way. It was more of just like he's trying to do, like voice actors, they like to do like impersonations or, certain, just kind of alter their voice in a different way. And sometimes that can be kind of a form of channeling. So he was just trying to kind of sound like that particular student. So it was just um, that was an example of channeling. And I didn't quite understand it when he did it, but kind of looking back at it, I was like, oh yeah, okay. He was just channeling some of that person's energy to sound like that person. So sometimes you can get these YouTube videos or people that show up in comedy clubs who can just do 1, 2, sometimes many different impersonations. And part of that might be some channeling. And it can take some practice and learning to really find the right energy and bring it in and kind of express it. And it takes time to kind of work through that and master that. But when you do, it's really fun to watch someone do that. So I'm gonna just kind of get to the first chakra again, just kind of get it spinning, running with gold here. And just clearing the cords out, getting it grounded, spinning, running gold, safety, survival center. Again, to the body, it is about survival, but to you, the being, it's more about stillness. And I'm going to start to just The big part of this is that, yeah, we're going to cover some chakras along the way in the beginning of this energy system healing. The big thing is the channels. We'll revisit the major chakras towards the end of this. So I'm just flowing gold energy up those 2 front channels up the front of the body. And so my right hand is running the gold. I'm using the left hand to kind of get a sense if it's really going all the way through. And sometimes I can use the right hand or the bottom hand to flow the gold up, and I can use this other left hand to kind of push it up as well. So there's different ways you can kind of use both hands during these energy healings. Trust what's right for you. And I'm going to help just push the gold energy up the front of the face, up these 2 telepathic channels that run vertical, parallel to one another, again, related to telepathy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes when those are clogged, it might seem like, oh my God, I have a sinus issue or
Exactly what that feels right now.
and it can just, yeah, it can really feel dense and heavy. And sometimes it's just energy. Sometimes you just got to clear through that, and then it opens up and you're like, oh, wow. I mean, it's always just energy, but then, there's a difference with just clearing through some of the energy, and then boom, it changes that fast. And sometimes you might actually have like sinus infection. That's a little bit of a different thing. She's clearing energy. So I'm going to say hello to those clairaudient channels that are on either side of the neck, kind of the center of each side of the neck that run vertical. Again, this is pertaining to, where telepathy is, those telepathic channels, that pertains to sending and receiving thoughts. We pick up on other people's thoughts. Again, all the thoughts in your headspace aren't always yours. Just be aware of that. So the clairaudient channels, it's about clear hearing and hearing energy. Just the way you feel energy, you can hear it. But also communicating with the spirit world. So we were just kind of joking earlier because when we wrapped up the first video that didn't quite work out, the door to the room we're in just kind of just popped open by itself. And I think the person, they just didn't, there's some people that are coming in and out. They didn't quite fully shut it, but we were just kind of joking around that, so we had a little bit of a visitor. So, but one way to communicate with those visitors would be clairaudience, that you can really tune into hearing. And I remember, when I was younger, I heard the spirit world, I grew up in an old house, and then we heard footsteps. There's nobody physically there walking through, but there was definitely someone there walking through. And hearing people laughing and giggling and have a conversation, like that's the clairaudience. That's that ability to communicate with that spirit world. So it gets pretty interesting. So again, I'm just kind of just running gold through these clairaudient channels on either side of the neck. And then running gold down those arm channels. These are the creative channels in the arms related to creativity and manifestation. And while we're here, I'm just gonna, you can have your palms facing up and just gonna spin the hand chakras and just get them grounded, clear the cords, running gold. So she can reown her hand chakras. And then this is that area of that her personal healing energy that we all have access to, that we'll cover in this training, but we all have it. We don't have to give it away. You can perform energy healings and work with gold, neutral gold energy, forgiveness, but you can hold on to your personal healing energy, not a problem. We all have that ability to heal ourselves. That's really what I'm interested in is I don't want to be a psychic or a teacher that people feel dependent upon me, for some sort of quick fix, or as if I had their answers, because I don't have anybody's answers except my own, but I can show you how to find your answers. And I can show you how to discover and learn more about yourself and to heal yourself. That's really what I'm interested in.
And with teaching yoga, I don't want you to always feel you have to come to me. You can do yoga at home and kind of know what you're doing.
So spin those hand chakras. So once I've kind of ran through kind of the channels of the energy system, we covered some chakras along the way. Now we're just going to continue with the major chakras. So we already got that first chakra set. So I'm just going to move and just do the second chakra, that emotional center. It's just below the navel area. So emotions, sensuality, sexuality, clairsentience, that ability to feel energy. And again, most people can really feel energy. They can relate to that. It's where we get to those upper chakras, then people get a little weirded out. If you're not really into spirituality, then, but these are all natural abilities. We all have that. I think over time, as humanity evolves and kind of shifts in consciousness, that these will become more accepted, and it won't be as challenging or as difficult when people start to turn these abilities on, that they can kind of sustain them kind of from a younger age throughout their adult life. Or if they start to open it up in their adult life, it's not so as challenging, because you have more people that are kind of accepting and aware of, oh, okay, yeah, that's just, you're just having a spiritual awakening at this level, tapping into this certain ability, this gift that is very natural to you. And just, you know, right now there's a shift happening. It's just, some people, we're just not, all of us are aware of these abilities and accepting of them. So there's that fine line of, okay, you're crazy over here, but then over here it's, oh yeah, that's just, you're just having an awakening. You're turning these natural abilities on. And that's kind of where I fall on. That's the side of the line I'm on. So just getting that second chakra spinning, clearing the cords, working with my guides, getting it grounded, running gold. And I'm just going to take a moment, just check in with myself. And I encourage you, if you're following along with the video, if you're doing a healing on someone right now, following along, just pause and just check in with yourself. Just make sure you're grounded. You just find the center of your head, set your crown to gold. And just notice how you're doing here for a moment. Sometimes it's easy to kind of start moving out of your space and drifting off into the person's space that you're working on, and you just kind of recenter yourself and refocus. And you can kind of pick back up. Now start to move to the third chakra. So this is that power center, that energy distribution center, responsible for distributing your energy throughout your physical body and out of your body. And I say out of body because that's where that silver cord is. That connection to that astral body, that energetic body used to kind of travel the astral planes. So again, anytime you're working with chakras, get it grounded, spin it, run gold, clear the cords. That will really help them out. And again, as you go through this, you don't have to really know exactly what this person's clearing or what's happening. That can come over with time as you turn more abilities on and get trusting of your intuition. The big thing is just, what are you feeling as you work this? And when you work these chakras, you can use one hand to just flow the gold through, use the other hand to kind of just see if it's going all the way through. You're catching it with the other hand. You can spin it, just push gold through, get it grounded. And again, just hand chakras, gold energy, working with guides and pure intention. If you want to use visualization in the process, wonderful, but that's not a requirement. I've been doing this for quite a long time, off and on throughout the years. I started this, back in 2007. And so depending on when you're listening to this, this is the year 2021.
Watch years from now, someone will watch this and go, dude, you need to update.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing how we things change so quickly, actually. Sometimes it feels like things don't change fast enough and things seem like it changes way too fast. And I think technology is a big one. We remember back in, using VHS or using like the Atari as a video game system. Now it's virtual reality and, things look super realistic and all that, the details. And speaking of that, the third chakra is related to your dream space. And, you can have really, um, you can have really realistic, kind of very vivid dreams. Those are really fun. You don't necessarily have to be having a lucid dream or a conscious dream. It could just be that, oh yeah, it's a very vivid dream. I had a dream the other night where I was um, in a truck, and I think my mother was actually in the truck driving, and um, I was looking out through the windshield, and I was seeing all these mountains. And I should have really known in that dream that, oh, this is not adding up, because I was where I grew up in the dream, which was not by the mountains. But I was seeing all these like snow-capped mountains, and it was just really detailed and vivid. And um, it was just strange to see, because there was no snow where in the grass where we were passing by at where my house was. And then I'm looking off in the distance, I'm seeing all the snow and these mountains. It's very detailed, and didn't quite compute there that, oh, wait a second, this is a little off. Because there will be a lot of discrepancies in the dream space. If you can start to pick up on those, you can start to go, oh, wait a second, I'm dreaming. And then you have yourself a lucid dream. I'm going to move to the heart chakra, center of the chest, and just get it spinning, pull the cords, grounded, and just running gold. Yeah, heart chakra is kind of the center of the chest region associated with that. Obviously, it's near the heart chakra and very much related to that thymus gland. But that center of oneness, love, compassion, community, being seen for you. Just healing a little bit of there's some pain here and just some dense energy, just a kind of a crack in the heart chakra here. It's just uh, again, kind of happened maybe when she was a little younger. Um, she might have realized that she couldn't, really fully be herself, or she didn't quite fit in with the group, so to speak. And that could be kind of challenging, kind of at a younger age, when it seems like everyone else is fitting in and getting along and are part of the crowd. And wait a second, I'm a little different. I'm not fitting in. And it doesn't seem that I can quite be myself. So that's what is starting to just light up, and doing some healing work here to that. And that can be common. Sometimes, especially in school, we feel that pressure to be cool, or to, be a part of the crowd, to fit in. And we want to fit in because then it leads to that, I'm like everybody else, I'm accepted. But, the important thing here is being able to just be you no matter what. So she's just working on clearing. Have just a moment in life where there felt like, yeah, just a moment of realization that, oh no, I don't fit in. I can't be myself. And how does one go about surviving that? Getting through that. And as you do these energy healings, you might find that you're working a chakra or a channel and it might just fly by and there's no, but then you come across ones where there's, oh, there it is. That sounds like the song, like, whoop, there it is. Whoop, there. Yeah, I don't know if you want to do that in the energy healing. You come across some really, a deep issue, kind of put that right there. Whoop, there it is. And I don't know if we want to go and do that. Now, if that person has really kind of a certain sense of humor, then maybe that'd be okay. But I know Heather, and amusement is going to help the healing process. But yeah, I don't know that you want to just if it's someone you don't know very well and you're starting to pick up on some pain, just whoop, there it is. Whoop, that I don't recommend that. That might not you might not have that person return. So so yeah, just but you're gonna come across some spots that, wow, okay, there's something here, and it's okay to go a little longer with that one, because that's really where the healing is needed.
That song's just in my head.
Yep. Good luck falling asleep tonight. So I'm gonna move to the throat chakra, and again, that's that center of communication. So you're just ability to express yourself and creatively and speaking your truth, clairaudience, telepathy, and your voice. It is that bridge between the heart and the mind, that feeling self and the reasoning self. That feeling self, the part of you that resides in the heart, the reasoning self that, will typically reside in that pineal gland space. So this is the bridge. And again, I might see pictures just because that's what I do. That's I've been through many clairvoyant trainings and teach it. Don't take it that if you're not seeing it, then you're doing it wrong or not good enough. That's that's really not what this training's about. This is about just working with your hand chakras. But the more you meditate, the more you even give energy healings, you're also kind of in a way giving to yourself, and you'll start to open up more of these abilities so that you can tap into these levels of intuition and start to notice some of the things that kind of I'm noticing. Just be patient with yourself. I have things that kind of naturally just came and turned on very quickly, and there's a lot of ease with it. And there's certain things that I'm still working through. Even after all these years of doing this work, there's still things that I'm working on that, I want to strengthen and build upon. And that's okay. So again, just noticing that fifth chakra, and I'm going to move to that sixth chakra, third eye. Again, clairvoyance, your ability to see clearly, see things, for what they really are. Whether it's yourself, others, the world, humanity, just without judgment, clarity, seeing it clearly. Yeah, I can't speak clearly, but I can see it.
Is your throat chakra doing okay there?
Yeah. So again, this is that ability to see colors, symbols, pictures. And we'll move back to the crown chakra. Just give that a quick spin, running gold. Get it grounded, pulling cords. Just using your hand chakras, running gold, and just having your guides help you out, guiding you through this process. Okay. So again, just as a recap, set up as a healer, ask their permission. Did I ask you for permission in the beginning? Yeah, okay. I'm giving you healing, whether you like it or not. Yeah, this is our second time rolling through this. I remember the first time we went through that whole process of asking for permission. But I just want to make sure, obviously she's here, she's okay with receiving the healing, but I just like to demonstrate that on for the class, the video, that, you know, it's good to ask. So, but yeah, this is the second time we're rolling through this whole sequence. So you set yourself up as a healer, just, hey, is it okay to receive the healing? Getting them grounded, saying hello to their space, the hemispheres, the layers, the energy system. Again, when you start with the energy system, you're just kind of rolling through some of the chakras, and then mostly the channels. And then once you get through all that, it's just kind of going chakra to chakra, kind of along that spinal column to the top of the head. So again, the main topic here is going to be introducing a body system. So we're getting into body systems now. And, you know, in the clairvoyant training, there's a particular class that I teach that includes all the body systems in one class. And that's nice. That's they'll clear through energy. But it's nice to kind of focus on one body system at a time. You know, when you just kind of have a singular focus, you'll get to kind of work and clear through more energy, and just notice what's happening in that particular body system. So I don't want to rush this and just have all the body system in just one class. Is it possible? Sure. But I want to give special care and attention to each, because this is, you know, you're healing, helping that person's body heal, but also yours in that same process. So this is going to be on the cardiovascular system. So the big three parts of this is the physical heart, the various blood vessels, obviously the veins, the arteries, and obviously the blood, just as a general sense. But so I'm going to stand up here and adjust the camera, and then Heather, you're going to go ahead and kind of spin to the side, just kind of show. Okay. Tilt it just a little bit up there, and should be okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So we covered the review. You've done that before. And again, you know, the more you do this, the more you get practice with it. And, you know, I'll try to give more information, kind of each one, even though it's like, oh, doing the review again, I try to bring in more information, and just, so you get a little bit of kind of new pieces along the way. But so for the body healing, when you get into body healings, the first thing you might want to just communicate with the person you're working on, and just, you know, ask them if it's okay for you to touch them. You don't have to, but I definitely recommend it. And you're just kind of just touching the back of their shoulders. That's all. But just, you might want to ask your Healy, hey, is it okay if I just touch the back of your shoulders, and just get that kind of confirmation from them. So I think I already know this answer here, but
I thought about going, no.
yeah.
No touching, no touching.
All right. So I'm going to just place my hands in the back of her shoulders. And I'm just going to take a moment and just help her get a little more regrounded, so she can have more of this body healing. And again, the way I'm doing that is just through physical touch, and also just directing gold to her first chakra and grounding cord, and just allowing my guides to kind of assist me in getting her more rooted in the earth. And I'm visualizing that as well. But again, that aspect is not needed or required. Just your pure intention is really key and powerful enough. Don't ever underestimate that. So after just getting her a little more grounded, I'm going to go ahead and, again, I'm just communicating with my guide to just perform this particular body system healing on the cardiovascular system. So again, this will include the physical heart, all the various blood vessels throughout the body, from top of the head to the toes, to the fingertips, just all the different blood vessels, veins, arteries, the other type of blood vessels, and of course the blood. But just using the hand chakras to run gold and have the intent of directing it into this person's body system, the cardiovascular system in this case. Again, just working with your guides. But in general, just flowing gold energy into the heart, the veins, the arteries, all the blood vessels, the blood. And again, you can just do this with pure intention. And just notice your hands, the sensations. And this might be very subtle. For your Healy, it might be very noticeable. But it's always good to check in with yourself and just notice, are you in your body and space? Are you centered? And what are you noticing in your hands? And what are you noticing in your own body and your own cardiovascular system as you give this healing? What are you clearing through? As far as duration goes, you just trust your intuition when you sense the healing's complete. Might be a few minutes, might be longer. It just depends here. It's going to vary every time and per person. What I'm noticing for Heather is uh, just clearing through the energy of, um, maybe heart-related issues on a generational line. But the main thing here is how one may die. Clearing the energy around, you know, dying in some sort of pain. And then actually we can die in peace and love, and doesn't have to be in pain. So I'm just clearing that energy out of the heart. I just pull my hands off. And I'm going to go ahead and just re-ground Heather. It's always a good way to end the healing. Sometimes when you're doing a body system healing, it can kick up some energy, and that person might get kind of knocked out of the body a little bit. And once the energy starts to clear, it's a little easier for him to kind of come back. And it's always good to end a healing, just getting him re-grounded. Okay, so I'm going to call that a healing. And again, I encourage you to end the healing going through the ending process in meditation. But I'll just do as a reminder. I'm just going to thank my guides and just have my guides to disconnect from my hand chakras. And I'm going to go ahead and just out in front of me, I'm going to create a rose for Heather and just explode that rose, exchange energies, and even create a rose for just the healing in general. And blow that up and just end the healing just kind of proper, just officially. And I'm just going to be under my gold sun and just shine my light and energy down. Wherever I cleared, I'll bring it back. Okay. All right. So I'll call that a healing, and I hope this was helpful. Again, this is a review and also, covering the cardiovascular system. So we're going to introduce different body systems. So that's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of healing taking place on a physical level as well. So, and some of them get pretty interesting. Some of them, especially when we get into the nervous system, I'm not saying that's the next one, but we'll kind of go a little deeper with that. So that can happen with different body systems. So just look forward to that. And again, hope this was helpful, and we'll see you next time.